Hello and welcome to the 2019 Rapid Rugby Showcase. We have what should be an absolute beauty in store for you this evening from HBF Park in Perth, Western Australia. The Western Force taking on the World 15 and two star-studded squads. We've got former All Blacks, former World Cup winners, former Springboks and rugby stars from right around the world. But this is rugby as you haven't seen it before. It'll be fast-moving, free-flowing and high-scoring with the ball in play for so much more time. Stars like Nick the Honey Badger Cummins will be sure to entertain us. My name's Will Davies, joined by broadcasting legend Gordon Bray and former Wallabies fullback Cam Shepherd. Gentlemen, good evening and welcome to you. Cam, what is it about this that you're most looking forward to?
Thanks, Will. Yeah, look, fantastic to be here. I think you hit the nail on the head, mate. The ball is going to be in play so much more than we've ever seen in a game of rugby ever before. And that means the likes of Ioane, Aplin, the Honey Badger, Braki for the Western Force are just going to be getting the ball in great positions, a chance to counter-attack in broken play. And I just think we're going to see something really special tonight.
Gordon Bray, few people around the world have seen or commentated more rugby than you. What is it about the Rapid Rugby Showcase that has piqued your curiosity?
Well, Will, I think it's the dawn of a new era, thanks to founder Andrew Forrest, and it has the backing of World Rugby. And these strategic law changes mean that the players are encouraged to attack. So it's about fan engagement and entertainment, and with so many world-class players on show, I'm excited.
Yeah, so are we, Gordon. Sport without the boring bits, and one man who has no boring bits at all is Nick the Honey Badger Cummins. He'll be lining up for the World 15. Shet used to play with Nick over in Perth. What is it about him that we should be watching?
Well, really simple unpredictability. The Badger is unbelievable in broken play, step off both feet, strong, powerful, quick. He's got all the attributes of a great rugby player and a great finisher. And now I think in global rapid rugby, he's going to have even more time and more space to really utilise those attributes.
And Robbie Deans, the coach of the World 15, distinguished All Black as a player. He took Australia to third place in the 2011 Rugby World Cup and 3 National League titles with the Panasonic Wild Knights. Robbie Deans, Will, is a winner.
Terrific evening ahead of us, and Paige Cooper is sideline.
Yeah, thanks, guys. This atmosphere is already pretty incredible. You can tell these Force fans, they've been deprived of rugby for some time, but they're all here tonight to see the Honey Badger, Nick Cummins, playing for the World 15, not his old club, the Western Force. Guys, these guys are in for an absolute treat pre-game, and that's what Rapid Rugby is all about, the entertainment on and off the field. Expect to see plenty of tries scored tonight. It's a game of no boring bits and high-intensity rugby. Guys, I can't wait.
Well, here, Paige. It should be a terrific evening ahead of us. We can't wait to bring you all of the action with kickoff right after the break. Welcome back to HBF Park in Perth. It is the start of the Rapid Rugby Showcase Series, the Western Force taking on the World 15. Superstars right around the park in this one this evening, and can't wait to see what they have in store. A host of law variations designed to speed up play. This will be something like you've never seen before from a rugby union perspective, with sport and entertainment colliding. The home side, the Western Force, well supported by the Sea of Blue, and great to see the fans getting behind their local side. But the World 15 really does have a spattering of talent as we welcome them out onto the park. Gordon Bray, let's have a look at the forwards.
Yes, Harold, here's the World 15. I'm looking forward to seeing Hirano, the number 3 from Japan. He is a man mountain at 125 kilos. Jack Cornelsen, the son of the great Greg Cornelsen.
Yeah, and in the backs, guys, Andy Ellis will skipper the side. Watch for him to be using those tactical kicks from the base of the scrum, and also Geo Aplum at fullback. He is electric.
Great replacements, none better than Corey Flynn and Wyatt Crockett, the New Zealanders, and Nick Cummins, the Honey Badger, in number 22. They do take on the Western Force, and it's a pretty good starting 15, and they love getting the ball moving through the forwards. Gordon Bray, let's have a look at some of those players.
Yes, well, there's a real New Zealand influence there. Hamish Dalzell, the big lock, as the Western Force take the field, and we look at their forward pack. Kieran Longbottom is recovered from that foot injury, importantly. Jeremy Thrush, the great All Black player, and Chris Alcock is a class act at number 7.
Yeah, and an important job tonight in the halves for the Western Force boys. Pryor and Deegan, a lot of responsibility on their shoulders, but I reckon the keys for the Force tonight are the back 3. Lacey, Ewan and McGregor. They're going to have an important role at the back.
AJ Alatimu, the Samoan international, off the bench as the players come together from both sides and observe a moment's silence in respect and solidarity for the victims of the Christchurch terror attacks 1 week ago.
In the wake of the tragedy that occurred in New Zealand last week, could I please ask you to be upstanding and welcome Chaplain David Bradbury.
Thank you, Lockie. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold my prayer before you, what you regard as sacred. Loving Creator, be with us now. We hold those who were killed and are injured before you. We ask you to comfort their families, be with their loved ones, and unite us all in love and compassion. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Well, great scenes at HBF Park in Perth's inner eastern suburbs. Not too far away from kickoff, that is Nick the Honey Badger Cummins, a former Wallabies flyer and Western Force star as well. He is mic'd up this evening, gents. What comes out of his mouth, I think, just on its own is well worth staying tuned for.
Well, Australia's most famous bachelor, the Honey Badger. He'll have the spikes on tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing him get on the park. I guess the big question is, when will Robbie Deans choose to employ the services of the Honey Badger? He'll be sitting on the pine. I don't think we'll see him in the first 40, but wait for him to make a big impact in the second half.
Well, I think he's live on Instagram. I saw the mobile phone there, but it will be great to have his impact tonight.
And if you do want to get in touch with us here at the Rapid Rugby Showcase, hashtag no more boring, hashtag Rapid Rugby, and at Rapid Rugby. We'd love to hear where you're watching the game and how you're enjoying it. Not far away now.
And there's the big man, Shohei Hirano, 26-year-old, and Hamish Dalzell, Crusaders development team, member formerly of the New Zealand under-20. And Kosei Ono. His family home was only 50 metres from the mosque massacre in Christchurch last week, as McGregor has the first touch, and that's the 22-metre line. So Rapid Rugby is underway in the Golden West, and it's the home team moving the ball out. You can't kick the ball out on the full from inside your 22 now. under these subtle law variations. If you do, it's a line out to the opposition from where you kicked it from. But we're working our way just outside the 22 at the moment. Space out here for Ewan, the Kalgoorlie kid, and there was a tackle around the shoulders there, a little high, and Digby Ioane making sure that things don't go on too quickly.
Well, you're up against a very experienced campaigner in Digby Ioane. I don't think the pass was on, to be honest, Ewan. There was absolutely no space to work with on the near side. And very, very good cover defence from the World 15. I think, like everyone, when a team comes together very late, the camaraderie is the big thing that you're looking for.
World 15 in the grey and black and the green numbers. Looking to get things going. Rumbling it up. Good defence from the Western Force. Looking to keep it up and have the maul called. It is the maul called, so the Force can spoil this. That ball will not be coming out. So good stuff from the Western Force. Alert to the early opportunity.
Yeah, it certainly is fantastic, boys. I think one of the really important things to realise in this game is just the difference in experience at an international level that these two sides have. The World 15, 297 international and test caps, and for the Western Force, only 34. And when you think Braki and Thrush make up 28 of those, very, very little international experience. But they do have youth, they do have energy, they do have enthusiasm. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two go to head tonight.
Force captain, number 9, Ian Pryor. Charismatic leader of the men in blue. And this will be the first scrum of the game. Solid scrum. Andy Ellis, the All Black scrum half, with a good drive ahead. And there's the early penalty for a very powerful Western Force scrum.
Well, you mentioned him in the little intro there. Kieran Longbottom, a huge return for the Western Force. Played his rugby over in the UK in most recent years. And as you said, some really unlucky injuries because was in front of the Wallaby selectors as a possible chance to play in the front row for the Wallabies. And unfortunately, a couple of injuries cut him short. But he looks to be back to his best, and we know how good he is at scrum time.
There's Andrew Deegan, Western Force fly half. Turns 24 years of age tomorrow. We wish him a very happy birthday. And Feliti Kaitu'u, the Western Force hooker. Two halves of 35 in rapid rugby, and we are counting down. Deegan. The Force in blue. Pryor, the scrum half. Through the hands for the Force. Work towards the sideline. Ewan in the 14. World 15, well organised early in defence. There's Stander. Bullocking back roll for the Force, and Deegan kicks.
And Andrew Deegan was given a Wallaby trial last year, recognised as Aplon. Just nicely blocked there by the Force defenders, but illegally, says the referee, so obstruction.